Ladies and gentlemen, we live in a world that often confuses leadership with titles and positions. We believe that to be a leader, we must have the right label or the perfect set of circumstances. But I'm here to tell you today that true leadership is not about a title, it's about the life you live, the choices you make, and the way you inspire others to rise. Real leaders don't just lead from the front, they lead by example. It's not enough to tell people what to do or demand respect. Leadership is shown through action, through the integrity you carry, and through the consistency of your character. The world is full of people who can talk the talk, but the true leaders are those who walk the walk. When you lead by example, when your actions align with your words, you don't need to force people to follow you. They'll do it willingly because they believe in you. They trust you. They see something in you that they want to emulate. That's the power of leadership, when you inspire people not because you have a title, but because you live in a way that commands respect. And let me tell you, this leadership isn't about doing it all yourself. Leadership is about empowering others to lead. A true leader is someone who recognizes the potential in others and works to help them reach it. The goal of leadership is not just to be at the top, but to bring others along with you. A real leader isn't threatened by the success of others, they celebrate it. They push others to rise higher, to think bigger, and to go further than they ever thought possible. When you empower those around you, you don't just build a team, you build a legacy. You build a community of people who are inspired to take action, to lead in their own right, and to pass that power on to others. But to do this, you must be consistent. You must be reliable. You see, people don't follow someone who is unpredictable or unreliable. People follow leaders they can count on. When you say something, you must do it. When you make a promise, you must keep it. Consistency in your character, in your decisions, and in your actions builds trust. And trust is the foundation of any great leadership. If you want to be a leader people look up to, you must be someone they can rely on, no matter the circumstances. Consistency doesn't mean perfection, but it means showing up, doing the work, and being steady even in times of adversity. That is what makes a true leader. Finally, remember that leadership is about service. It is not about being served. In fact, the greatest leaders are those who serve others. They don't lead with arrogance or entitlement. They lead with humility and a heart for others. A leader who is willing to roll up their sleeves, to get in the trenches with their team, to listen and to serve, is a leader who will earn the respect and loyalty of those they lead. Leadership is not about power, it's about influence. And the influence you have is directly tied to the way you serve others. When you lead with humility, when you put the needs of others before your own, you don't just build followers, you build a community of people who are inspired to serve as well. Leadership is about creating an environment where everyone is uplifted, where everyone has the opportunity to grow, and where everyone's contribution is valued. So I challenge you today, don't wait for the title to become the leader you were born to be. Lead by example. Empower others to rise. Be consistent in your actions. Serve with humility. And watch how people start looking up to you, not because you told them to, but because you showed them the way. That is the power of true leadership. That is the legacy you can build. True leadership has never been about the title you wear or the position you hold. It's about the example you set, the way you live your life, and the impact you have on those around you. You see, anyone can wear a title. Anyone can be given a position or a label, but not everyone has the ability to inspire, to motivate, to lead with purpose. Leadership is not about the authority you have over others, it's about the influence you possess by showing up, doing the work, and leading with integrity. People will always look to your actions more than your words. They'll pay more attention to what you do than what you say. And if your actions don't match up to your words, your leadership is compromised. Think about the most effective leaders in history. What made them stand out was not their ability to command respect through a title, but their commitment to their cause, to their principles, and to their people. They didn't demand respect, they earned it. They lived their lives in such a way that others followed them because they saw something in them that they wanted to emulate. They led with purpose, passion, and authenticity. They showed others what was possible by living it themselves. Leadership by example is powerful because it's rooted in consistency and authenticity. When you lead by example, you don't need to constantly remind people that you're the boss or the leader. They already know. They can see it in the way you act, the way you treat others, and the way you approach every challenge that comes your way. True leaders don't just give orders, they roll up their sleeves and get to work. They show people what hard work looks like. They demonstrate what respect, responsibility, and commitment mean, not just through their words, but through their daily actions. It's easy to talk about the importance of discipline, but a leader who truly embodies discipline doesn't need to say anything. They simply do what needs to be done, and in doing so, they set the standard. It's easy to talk about the importance of teamwork, but the leader who understands the power of collaboration leads by example. They show others that teamwork isn't just a buzzword, it's a way of life. It's easy to talk about overcoming adversity, but the leader who leads by example faces challenges head-on, showing others how to navigate tough times with resilience, faith, and grace. And this is where true leadership separates itself from simply holding a title. When you lead by example, you inspire loyalty. You don't have to force respect. People will follow you not because they have to, but because they believe in you. They believe in your integrity, your work ethic, and your dedication to the mission. They want to be part of something bigger than themselves, and your example shows them how to do that. When you lead with authenticity, you create a culture of trust and respect. And that's where real leadership thrives. Leadership isn't about having all the answers or being perfect. It's about being real, being present, and being committed to doing what's right, even when it's hard. It's about making decisions based on values, not convenience. It's about putting others before yourself and always striving to make the world around you better. When you lead by example, you are constantly growing, constantly learning, and constantly striving to be a better version of yourself, because that is what true leadership demands. People want to follow someone who is constantly pushing forward, not someone who is stagnant or complacent. So, don't wait for a title or a position to begin leading. Lead where you are with what you have. Be the example others can look to. Be the person others want to follow because of your integrity, your humility, and your commitment to living the values you believe in. Leadership is not about what you can take, it's about what you can give. It's about the example you set, the change you inspire, and the people you uplift along the way. When you lead by example, you not only change the lives of those around you, you change the world. When we think about leadership, we often focus on the person at the front, the one whose name is on the title, the one with the authority to make decisions. But true leadership, the kind that truly transforms, is about more than just being the one in charge. It's about the ability to empower and inspire others to step into their own leadership. A great leader doesn't just shine in their own light, they create space for others to shine as well. Empowering others to lead is about recognizing the potential in those around you. It's about seeing something in them before they even see it in themselves. Every person has a spark within them, a strength, a unique gift that can make a difference. The job of a leader is to recognize that spark, to fan it into a flame, and to give others the confidence to let their light shine. When you empower others, you open up the possibility for them to discover strengths they didn't even know they had. You challenge them to go beyond their limits, to rise above their doubts, and to reach heights they once thought impossible. And in doing so, you not only help them grow, you grow yourself. Because leadership is not about making yourself look good, it's about making others feel seen, heard, and capable of greatness. Empowerment is about lifting others up, not for your own benefit, but for theirs. When you give someone the tools, the encouragement, and the belief they need, they start to believe in themselves. They start to take ownership of their journey. They begin to take risks, make decisions, and show up in a way that they hadn't before. The best leaders don't create followers, they create other leaders. Leadership is not a competition, it's a collaboration. When you help others rise, you don't diminish your own value, you elevate the whole team. Because a rising tide lifts all boats. The more people you empower, the stronger the foundation becomes. You're building something much bigger than yourself, something that has the power to create lasting change, not just in one person's life, but in the lives of many. Inspiring others to lead means giving them the courage to step forward when they might hesitate. It's about providing them with the belief that they are capable, that their voice matters, and that their actions can make a difference. Sometimes people don't need direction, they need validation. They need to hear, you can do this and I believe in you. They need someone to show them that their ideas are valuable, that their contributions are important, and that they have what it takes to succeed. When you inspire others, you give them the courage to stand tall, to take on challenges, and to lead with confidence. And that ripple effect is powerful. When one person feels empowered, they inspire others to do the same. It becomes a cycle of growth, a cycle of empowerment that keeps pushing people to be their best selves, to take bold action, and to make an impact. But inspiring others to lead doesn't happen overnight. It takes patience, persistence, and a deep belief in the potential of others. It requires that you step outside of your own ego and focus on the bigger picture. It means giving others room to fail and grow, to stumble and rise again. True empowerment isn't about perfection, it's about progress. It's about giving people the opportunity to try, to learn, and to find their own voice. When you inspire someone to lead, you give them the courage to embrace their imperfections and to trust in their ability to grow into the leader they were always meant to be. So when you look at the people around you, ask yourself, how can I empower them? How can I inspire them to be the best version of themselves? It's not about telling them what to do, it's about showing them what's possible. It's about investing in them, believing in them, and lifting them up, even when they don't yet see their own potential. Because in the end, the true measure of a great leader is not how many people follow them, but how many they have helped to rise and lead for themselves. When you empower and inspire others, you create a legacy that outlasts any title or position. You create a legacy of leaders who will continue to impact the world long after you're gone. Being consistent and reliable is one of the most powerful attributes a leader can possess. It's easy to be energetic and inspiring on your best days, but real leadership is tested in the days when things don't go as planned, when the storm hits, when life doesn't unfold the way you expect. That's when consistency matters the most. Being reliable means showing up, not just when things are easy, but especially when they're hard. It means being someone people can count on no matter what challenges they may face. Consistency is the foundation of trust. People will follow you when they know they can depend on you. It's not about having all the answers or always being perfect. It's about showing up time and time again, doing what you said you would do, and living up to the promises you make. trust isn't built in moments of convenience, it's built in the moments when you're faced with difficulty and yet you remain true to your word. Reliability means that even in the face of adversity, your team, your friends, and your family know they can count on you to deliver. You might not be the loudest voice in the room, but your consistent actions will speak louder than any words ever could. When people see that you are reliable, they feel safe. They know that regardless of the circumstances, you will be there to support them, to guide them, to help them stay on course. Consistency gives people stability. In a world that is ever changing, in a world where unpredictability and uncertainty are common, being that constant presence of strength and support can make all the difference. When others see you being reliable in the face of adversity, they will be inspired to be the same. You don't have to be the most brilliant or the most talented, you simply need to be dependable. And when you are dependable, you earn the right to lead. Reliability also means that you hold yourself accountable. You can't expect others to be reliable if you're not leading by example. Being consistent means taking responsibility for your actions, owning your mistakes, and making things right when you slip up. It means never making excuses and always striving to improve. People are watching and they're learning from you. When you consistently hold yourself to the highest standards, you set a powerful example for everyone around you. To be reliable is to be someone who others can trust, someone who doesn't fade when times get tough. When you build this reputation, when you show that you're steady and dependable, you're not just earning the respect of those around you, you're building a legacy. You're creating a foundation on which people can stand, grow, and move forward. Leadership isn't about making grand speeches or taking credit for accomplishments. It's about consistently being the one who others can turn to, knowing that you'll always be there to do the work, to show up, and to be a pillar of support when they need it most. That is the true essence of reliability. That is the power of consistency. When we talk about leadership, we often think about influence, power, and authority, but the true essence of leadership goes beyond these things. It's not about elevating yourself above others, it's about lifting others up. A leader who serves with humility understands that their role is not to be praised, not to be recognized, but to serve to help others grow, to guide them, and to create an environment where others can rise to their full potential. Leadership isn't about what you can gain, but about what you can give. It's about pouring into others, even when you have nothing left to give, because you understand that true fulfillment comes not from taking, but from giving. In a world that often celebrates the self-made individual, the idea of serving others with humility can seem countercultural. We're taught to rise to the top, to be the best, to secure our place in the spotlight. But when you lead with humility, you realize that the spotlight is not the goal, it's the impact you have on others that matters. A humble leader doesn't seek to dominate or control, they seek to guide, to mentor, and to empower. They understand that their success is not their own, but is intertwined with the success of those they lead. They know that when they lift others, they themselves rise higher, because leadership is not a one-way street, it's a two-way exchange. The more you give, the more you receive, not in material terms, but in influence, respect, and the satisfaction of knowing you've made a difference in someone's life. Serving others with humility also means putting their needs ahead of your own. It's easy to think of leadership as a position of privilege where you get to make the rules and others follow. But a leader who serves with humility understands that their position is not a place to be exalted, but a responsibility. It's about showing up for others when they need you, even when it's inconvenient. It's about listening, really listening to their needs, their fears, and their dreams, and then doing whatever you can to help them get there. It's about not thinking of your success as separate from theirs, but as part of a shared journey. A humble leader understands that leadership is not about what you have or what you've achieved, but about what you can help others accomplish. When you lead by serving, you create a culture of selflessness and growth. You build a team, a community, a family, because the heart of leadership is always to serve, not to be served. True humility also means being willing to learn from others, no matter where they are in their journey. It's easy to think that as a leader, you must have all the answers. But a humble leader knows that they don't have all the answers, and that's okay. The willingness to learn, to admit when you don't know something, and to seek guidance from others is what makes you strong, not weak. A humble leader values the perspectives of others, especially those who may be newer to the journey or have different experiences. They understand that leadership isn't a top-down model, it's a collaborative effort where everyone's voice matters. They are not threatened by the ideas or contributions of others, but they welcome them. A leader who serves with humility creates a space where ideas can be shared freely, where everyone feels safe to contribute, and where innovation thrives. And in this humility, there is power. The power to influence, to transform, to inspire. Because when people know that you genuinely care about their well-being, when they know you have their best interests at heart, they will follow you not out of obligation, but out of respect and loyalty. When you lead with humility, you show others that it's not about being the best or the loudest, it's about being the most genuine, the most willing to serve. You show them that true leadership comes not from asserting authority, but from serving others with a sincere heart. And in doing so, you create an environment where people feel seen, heard, and valued, a place where they can thrive, where they can find purpose, and where they can achieve greatness together. So when you choose to lead with humility, you choose to serve others in a way that transforms not just them, but you as well. You choose to make a lasting impact, not just in what you accomplish, but in the lives you touch. And that's the kind of leadership that leaves a legacy, the kind of leadership that changes the world, not by being the most powerful, but by being the most willing to serve. In the end, true leadership isn't about the title you hold or the accolades you collect. It's about the lives you touch, the people you lift up, and the difference you make in the world. When you serve others with humility, you create a ripple effect that reaches far beyond what you could ever imagine. Your influence grows not because you sought it, but because you gave of yourself freely, without expectation, and with a heart full of purpose. The legacy of a humble leader is not written in the achievements they've had for themselves, but in the growth and success of those they've led. So lead with humility, serve with love, and know that the greatest impact you can have in this world is by lifting others up, one selfless act at a time. Thank you.